Good day, everyone. Thank you for coming. It's great to see all of you here today. Before we get started, allow me to take this opportunity to introduce ourselves. I'm葉育廷, and over there are my team members, Wang Tingzhen and Liu Yiting. We have Mr. Zhang Yihua as our advisor. Our project is to design and create an auto folding machine. I'll be giving you an overview of our presentation. We thought it would be useful to divide our talk into 5 main sessions: motive, structure, how the device works, demonstration, and finally, perspective. Let's start with our research motive. Have you ever felt that putting all of your clothes away is something very troublesome? Like, no matter how long you have been folding, the clothes are still piled as high as a mountain. It seems that the more you fold, the messier they are. Plus, due to a pandemic, when you return home, you will want to spray alcohol on your clothes to disinfect them. What is supposed to be an action to protect your family might turn out to be just the opposite. The alcohol left on your clothes is actually harmful for your kids and furry babies. It may cause them to have eye and skin irritation. Therefore, we combine the 2 ideas of non-irritant disinfection and automatic folding and make this. Ta-da! Auto folding machine with disinfection function. To solve the 2 problems at one time, and thus to guarantee to make your most beautiful every day. Next, the structure. This is how the structure looks like. Our device is mainly constructed by the following 6 parts: 3 folding boards, a conveyor belt, 2 UVC lamps. These structures and other components are all set inside a box. Users can choose the different modes from the panel, which is on one side of the box. Let's move on to how the device works. When the power switch is turned on, the red line indicator will light up to represent the device can start working. If the boards are not set on the limit switch, the motors will return the boards to the right position. And that we can start folding. Putting the clothes in and closing the lid. Users can choose the mode they want. For example, auto or manual. Here, we choose auto first. Push the green button and the green light indicator representing working will light up. At the same time, the UVC lamp will start working. The blue indicator will light up. And then, board on the left side and board on the right side will fold the clothes in with the help of motor. Board in the middle does the same thing, folds the clothes up to a conveyor belt. At this part, we use an IC called L29AN to give order to the DC geared motor. And the relay is to control the direction of the motor. After finishing the folding, as for disinfection, we use the UVC lamp from Philips, which can kill at least 90% of the virus. After finishing the folding, the conveyor belt will deliver the clothes out of the box for users to use. In this part, we use DC geared motor to drive the continuous belt forward. And the relay is to control the motor. As you know, the UV light is harmful to your eyes. Then, what if the lid is open while the device is still working? No worries, the limit switch will stop the UV lamp immediately. About the manual mode we had mentioned, there are 5 more buttons for users to control. The 5 options are conveyor belt, the disinfection light, the board on the left, the board on the right, and the board in the middle. This mode is for a situation that when the type of clothes is not suitable for process. There is also an emergency stop button. If something goes wrong, you can stop the device immediately. The functions above are all coded by Arduino and Arduino Mega 2560, and the structures were drawn using Inventor. Let's move on to let's take a look at the demonstration. The following video clip will show you how our device works. And that is how it works. Next, let's move on to our prospects. As for prospects, we want to use HMI operator panel in the future, which will look cleaner and tidier, and we'll be able to know what's going on inside the box. Secondly, considering the limit time, we put the t-shirt mode as our default setting, which is more practical for Taiwanese, and hoping that it can fit in any kinds of clothes in the future. Lastly, we want to make the function of sending the clothes in automatically a reality as soon as possible. With this function, the process of folding can be speed up, and user can make use of the time while it is folding. That brings us to the end of our presentation. Thank you for your attention.